Have you ever noticed that when life feels calm and balanced, making healthy food choices feels easier? But when you're stressed, overwhelmed, or emotionally drained, suddenly you're craving sugar, comfort foods, or snacks you weren't even thinking about before. Many people blame themselves for this. They think it's a lack of discipline, a lack of motivation, or a lack of willpower. But stress may be influencing your eating habits more than you realize. In this video, we're going to explore how stress changes the way you eat and why understanding this connection can help you build a more supportive relationship with food. And before we begin, just a quick note. This video is for educational purposes only. When we experience stress, our body doesn't simply affect our thoughts. It affects our physiology. The nervous system begins shifting resources toward helping us cope with what it perceives as a challenge or threat. Stress hormones such as cortisol can increase. Heart rate may rise. Breathing patterns may change. And even appetite can be affected. What's interesting is that people don't all respond to stress in the same way. Some people lose their appetite completely. Food becomes the last thing on their mind. Others experience the opposite. They feel hungrier. They crave comfort foods. Or they find themselves reaching for snacks more often. Both responses can happen because stress affects everyone differently. One reason stress can influence eating is because the body is trying to manage energy. From a biological perspective, stress often increases the demand for resources. The body wants fuel, and it tends to prefer foods that provide quick and easily available energy. This is one reason cravings for sugary or highly processed foods may become stronger during stressful periods. Let's make this relatable. Imagine you've had a long, exhausting day. You're mentally drained. You've been rushing from one thing to the next. Now imagine someone offers you a bowl of vegetables and grilled chicken, or warm cookies fresh out of the oven. Which sounds more appealing in that moment? For many people, the cookies. Not because they're weak, but because stress can influence what feels rewarding and comforting. Food isn't only about nutrition. Food is also connected to emotions, memories, comfort, and pleasure. And during stressful periods, the brain often seeks experiences that feel soothing or rewarding. This doesn't mean comfort foods are bad. Not at all. The goal isn't to judge food. The goal is to understand what's happening beneath the surface, because awareness creates choice. Another thing stress can affect is how we eat. Not just what we eat. Many people notice that when they're stressed, they eat more quickly, eat while distracted, snack without noticing, feel less satisfied after meals. The nervous system is in a more activated state, and that can make it harder to slow down and fully experience eating. Think about the difference between these two situations. In the first scenario, you're sitting down, taking your time, enjoying your meal, and paying attention to how you feel. In the second scenario, you're answering emails, checking your phone, rushing between tasks, and barely noticing what you're eating. Same meal, different experience, and often a different level of satisfaction. Stress can also make it more difficult to recognize signals from the body. Signals such as hunger, fullness, satisfaction. When life feels busy or overwhelming, these signals can become easier to ignore. One thing I think is important to remember is that supporting your body doesn't require perfection. You don't need a perfect diet. You don't need perfect eating habits. And you certainly don't need to feel guilty for enjoying food. Food is nourishment, but it's also culture, connection, celebration, and enjoyment. The goal is not perfection. The goal is awareness, because what you do consistently tends to matter far more than what you do occasionally. A balanced approach might look like choosing nourishing meals most of the time, and still enjoying dessert, eating foods that support your energy, and still sharing pizza with friends, building habits that support your body, without turning food into a source of stress. Something else that's interesting is that stress and food can create a cycle. Stress influences eating habits, and eating habits can influence how we feel physically and emotionally. This is one reason nutrition and nervous system regulation are so connected. They're constantly influencing each other. The good news is that understanding this relationship can help you become more compassionate with yourself. Instead of asking, "Why don't I have more willpower?" you can start asking, "What might my body be experiencing right now?" That's a very different conversation, and often a much more helpful one. Because sometimes what looks like a lack of discipline may actually be a stressed nervous system asking for support. Sometimes what feels like a craving may be your body responding to stress, fatigue, or overwhelm. And understanding that allows us to approach food with more curiosity and less judgment. At the end of the day, food isn't just about calories, and stress isn't just something that happens in your mind. They're both part of a larger conversation happening inside the body. And the more we understand that conversation, the better we can support ourselves. Because how you live internally shapes how you experience everything externally.